Hey everybody, I don't know about you, but there is one piece of gear that I always have with me come winter, spring, summer, and fall. It's always in my pack to handle any situations or conditions that I may face and to protect me from the wind, rain, and fire. It'll help keep me warm when those temperatures start to drop. And if you haven't figured it out yet, it's an outer layer, which is called a shell. A shell? A stupid rain jacket? I thought we were gonna talk about puffy jackets again. I'm out of here. This stupid video, what a waste of my time. Just hold on, you guys, before you click to another channel, and just give me a chance, and please hear what I have to say. All right, well, you better make it quick. A shell or shell fabric is the outer layer of warm clothing, either the outer layer of an insulated jacket. Now this soft shell has an insulated jacket you can zip on and off. Or it can be a single layer outer jacket. A shell or a hard shell jacket is your first layer of protection against the wind, rain, and snow. And some materials and fabrics are made out of Gore-Tex, Event, water repellent coatings, DWR, and windproofing technologies such as Windstopper to help protect you from the elements without adding significant weight. Come on, pick it up! I don't have all day. The Kardashians are about to come on. The basic features are a full frontal zipper to help regulate the heat, a hood, and some may be adjustable to help hold your body heat in. And some may have chest pockets to store gear. And some may have another great feature, which are pit zips, which are zippers that are underneath the arm to again help regulate the heat. Another place to let heat escape before you start to overheat. There's basically two types of shells, a hard shell and a soft shell. Soft shells are more flexible and generally more durable than hard shell materials. Now some people may consider a fleece jacket a shell. A highly breathable fleece jackets are not. They are a mid-layer. And because you're wearing it on the outside doesn't mean it's a shell. My grandpappy told me, you can't tell me what to wear. Come on, man! Now you can wear what you want, and I always say, do what works best for you. But the shell is not only a layer that blocks a cold, stiff wind, but it will also shed a snowfall. There's times during a winter trek when I start getting a little too warm because you don't want to sweat in the cold, which can be dangerous. And I'll talk about this in another upcoming video. But when I start getting warm, off goes the shell. And I'll hike with a mid layer and sometimes with a base layer. And when I start getting chilled, the shell goes right back on. So where the soft shell shines, not only are they more flexible, but more breathable to help let that perspiration escape so you don't get damp or clammy when you're doing activities like hiking, snowshoeing, or cross-country skiing. They are not waterproof, but water resistant. They will not keep you dry in a heavy rain, but enough to keep a wearer dry in light precipitation. Now the hard shell, which some will call a glorified rain jacket. And with that being said, most will have tape seams and waterproof membranes that make them completely waterproof. Most are not very breathable, but there are some materials like Gore-Tex that are. But those materials are very heavy and bulky. As the name indicates, hard shells are rigid and stiff. They're designed to be that outer layer of defense against the whipping winds and heavy precipitation. During those adverse conditions, a hard shell is your best friend, pretty much making them bomb-proof against wind and moisture. Now this hard shell or rain jacket I've had for over 10 years now, and it's always in my pack on every trip that I've taken in all 4 seasons. Now there may be 1 or 2 pieces of gear that you always have with you. That wind is just whipping. They say with this wind chill it's about 50 below zero. But there's no gear more important for comfort and protection than the hard shell. But what about a pooper scooper? Now I've been in a lot of adverse situations where this shell has been a lifesaver. And another thing people may not know is that this piece of gear will not only protect your clothing from the wind and the rain, but also from fire. Unless you're wearing wool, the shell will protect those expensive clothes from getting burn holes when sparks are flying, especially those down jackets. What about putting burn holes in your shell? Yes, you may get some burn holes. But the cool thing is, they're very easy to repair, where most expensive jackets are not. All you have to do with those burn holes is to patch them up with some seam seal. You just brush it on, and voila, good as new. And if you watch any of my trip videos, and when I'm around the fire, unless I'm wearing wool, I'll always have this shell jacket on. And another plus is, when you're wearing a shell around the fire, your other clothing will not smell like smoke. And you don't want to wear smoky clothes when you climb into your sleeping bag or quilt. The hard shell really doesn't absorb smoke like other clothing. And after your trip, you just hang them up and air them out, which doesn't take long. Now before we end, let's look at some performance considerations between the soft and the hard shell. When it comes to weather protection, the hard shell is bomb-proof against snow and rain. Now for breathability advantage, body heat can easily escape from a soft shell, making it a great option for high-intensity activities. When it comes to weight and packability, in general, the hard shell is lighter than the soft shell, and it's also a little more compact and stuffs easier into a pack. For durability, both have a robust material designed for heavy use, but because of fire, I give the hard shell a slight advantage. But when it comes to comfort advantage, the soft shell jackets are the clear winners. When you do a trip like this, when it's extremely cold, you have to have the right gear. You have the proper gear. What do you think, Zach?
I did not have the proper gear.
They are so flexible, where hard shells are generally more rigid, with loud, crinkly fabrics, and less mobility overall. And last, when purchasing a shell or rain jacket, you always want to get one size larger. For an example, I wear XL, and this is a 2XL jacket. All the layers underneath you should be loose fitting, especially the shell. Not only will it give you great mobility, but also it will help keep you warm. The best part of this hard shell rain jacket is that you can use it year round. It's a great investment that will last for years. And not only will it help protect those under layers from the rain, the snow, and the cold, but also those fancy puffy jackets from getting burn holes when you're sitting by the fire.
Oh, look at that. Nice.
In the end, when choosing a high-performance shell, it comes down to conditions and activity levels, and also personal preference. Well, this ends this episode. If you like this video, please hit that like button down below. It really does help this channel. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below and that little bell icon on the side there, and that'll notify you when the next episode is coming out. And if you have any questions or comments, I really love hearing from you guys, so write them down below. This is the Marine. Thank you for watching, and God bless.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Gold